Well, it's now December, obviously, and we had Movember last month, and a lot of people participated in the initiative and fundraiser and making awareness of all the stuff that's going on with men's health. And of course, we've got Josh Ryan here who participated in that, and you still got your mustache. I actually told you to stay like this so that we can actually do it on camera, and now you're here, and you're ready.
Yeah, we hung on an extra few days.
Yeah.
It crept over the lip a little bit,
yeah.
And yeah, I'm actually kind of excited to get
You're
rid
excited,
of it.
and I love that you've got the setup. You're ready. Okay, but let's
Yeah.
talk about facts. Obviously, there's a reason why Movember happened, and every year it happens, but you participated in it. Let's talk a little bit about your journey, and how was that, and what you've done so far.
Yeah, well, and last time I was here talking about it, my own experience is that I was suicidal at one point, and so that's something that stuck with me in terms of sort of men's mental health. And as I told Stacy last time, if I can convince one guy through just sharing my story or doing fundraising, if I can help one guy feel like there's another out than suicide, that you're not alone, that there's a better path down the road, then that's worth it for me. So did the Movember campaign. We raised $200, so that was my minimum goal, 200. I did get to my minimum, which is up from what I had last year. So if I can keep maybe small increments, then I'd say it's a small success anyway.
And it's a success in the fact that you really shared your personal story. I know a lot of people have gone through that kind of stuff in the past, but a lot of people have gone through that in terms of men and what they go through when it comes to health and mental health and stuff like that. But you really came out and shared that. It's really hard to come to on a platform like this and really talk about that stuff, which I really admire the fact that you came out and talked about that. Tell us a little bit about that, experience in terms of what happened to you, obviously.
Well, I mean, it's not as hard for me to talk about it as it used to be. When I first opened up to a therapist a couple of years ago, that did feel really difficult at the time, but it also felt like a huge release when it happened. Just being able to actually say it to someone made a big difference. And that's what I've been hearing. A couple of people have gotten back to me since I first talked about this on camera, and they said that they appreciated me commenting and thought it was really cool that I did it. And it sounds like for other guys, like they go through similar struggles of depression, anxiety that happen. Some happen seasonally, some happen because of job loss, things like that, or just the stress of life, I guess.
Of course, and a lot of men are going through prostate cancer and other things that can trigger those emotions as well too. I mean, when you're diagnosed with something harsh like that, that happens.
For sure, and I mean, we haven't talked about that much, but specifically when you look at some of the statistics, 75% of suicides in Canada are men. They're 3 times more likely to commit suicide than women, which is something that really doesn't get talked about enough. Just how many men struggle with mental health, and specifically since 2017, I believe was the last time they had full statistics in Canada. It's the 9th leading cause of death in Canada, suicide as a whole. Yeah. So it really does affect men on a pretty systemic level.
Systemic level, and it's important to talk about it and share this. Let's start this. Obviously, we got a lot of work to do here in shaving your mustache finally.
So I have someone lent me a small mirror that I normally wouldn't use, but this is a new experience for me.
This is a big deal
This trimmer will be loud, so I apologize momentarily. So we need to trim. I know some people will probably be rolling their eyes at the way I shave my face here, but we're going to trim the main portion of it and then get into the actual shaving portion just after that.
So this is a pretty interesting thing. I mean, you've grown it for for the whole month, and it grew pretty well. So now it's gonna.
I'm just gonna go right down to the.
There you go. Don't cut yourself. I'm scared that you're gonna, trim and then cut because that mirror is pretty small.
Yeah, it's actually surprisingly big when you actually use it. I didn't expect it to be quite that effective. Yeah, so next I'm just going to water this cloth down a little bit and reduce the amount of blood that will appear on camera, because I'm sure there's some viewers out there that don't want to see any blood.
No, not at all.
Yeah. No, and
there's an art to this, I think, right?
Oh, for
sure.
You
have to put the hot water on it
if you go to a
first
true barber shop, guys out there, and they give you the whole sort of massage element of multiple towels, warm water, and then multiple levels of shaving cream after. It almost feels like a spa treatment, I guess, and that's definitely the way to really do it. I'm probably overdoing the amount
That's
of.
good. And while you're doing
shaving
this,
cream.
can people still, I think it's done now in terms of fundraising.
But if people still want to
You know,
donate, certainly.
certainly, they can do that
So
for you.
we have a link on our on the graphic we've shown this month.
Yeah.
If you go to the easiest way to do it is simply if you go to Movember.com and look up Josh Ryan. I'm
Yep.
actually, I think, the only Josh Ryan on Movember.
Oh,
So I'm
really?
pretty easy to find
Yeah.
in that respect. And we'll get them.
The art of shaving, look at that.
It's, well, if you can call it an art.
Well, I've seen it. It's quite the art when people do this. I can hear it.
Yeah, I can actually. I'm surprised. I wonder if the mic is picking up just how loud that is.
It's okay.
I feel 10 pounds lighter already.
Yeah.
And
And
yeah,
so-
if you want to donate, feel free to go Movember.com.
Yeah.
And again, all the money that I'm raising through my page is going towards men's health
Men's health
initiatives.
initiatives and stuff
both
like that.
awareness and
Yeah.
providing an outlet for guys to open up and share their feelings, basically.
And what's interesting is also a lot of people in Lloyd had participated in that. Schools participated. Teachers were shaving their mustache as well too throughout the week. So that was kind of interesting watching people who participated in it, and a lot of in the border city for sure. It looks good.
Yeah, I
I
suppose
think we're
we should.
wrapping up. So how you doing over there? Pretty good.
I don't know exactly how this will look yet, but
I think it looks good. You can't see it. I can see it, and I'm thinking everybody else
Yeah.
out there can see it. Good
I
job.
should go running now that I've
You
lost
should
some
go.
weight.
Now you've done it. It's officially done. Thank you for being a sport and waiting to get it done at the end of this week, obviously. Good job.
Thanks.
Yeah. And thanks for being on here as well.
Absolutely.
Awesome.